Okay, you're not sure?
Oh, I had a double test to take. No, everything else is done, but other than that,
Okay.
no, I'm
And
done.
you are? And you are? Oh, okay.
Who's walking?
So I guess what was confusing me is people saying that they'll be back next semester. So you can do that even if you're right. So who's walking? So I want to know who to cheer for. Oh, good. Okay. No? No. Scholarship winner?
Yeah.
He might say that. I'll bet they read something about that you got your scholarship.
There'll be Connie Thurston. Connie
It's
Britt.
a-
McFly. McFly.
Was anybody going to the breakfast Friday?
I'm the speaker there, so I have to be there.
They may
I
announce,
have a final.
they may announce your scholarship. It was a breakfast, a graduate breakfast Friday morning. And I keep wanting to get a music table and have, like, all of us go and sit at a table, but the last weeks are always so confusing that I never think of it until like,
Yeah, but then everyone
Just
just
know.
the music nerd.
it's okay. Who's gonna say that? The math nerds?
Nerds over there. And they're making pointed the other day, look at all those math nerds over there.
And it does say on that sheet that they mailed out to everybody that if you can't make rehearsal, it's not a huge issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People keep
Well, I have
asking that question.
Yes, they do.
I think I have to make rehearsal.
Okay, next thing is, could we put email addresses all together on a list since you're the social chairman? Could everybody give Chris an email address? So for one thing, if there's a change in the day or the place or anything, I would hate for something to come up and not be able to get a hold of everybody. Does everybody have an email that they can email?
Email or phone number or
Okay.
something.
How about I give you
Yeah, I'll start.
both? 'Cause
Hey
I don't
Chris,
get
is
to check my
Facebook
email.
okay?
Yeah. 'Cause I have you on Facebook and I have Connie on Facebook.
And then if you transfer and go, oh, that's the other thing, you're transferring.
Yes.
Who else is transferring? Who else is in the spring? Okay.
I leave in 63 days.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, if you're around the second Tuesday in February, we'll have the alumni recital if you want to come back and play something.
Okay.
But if you're in Utah, I don't know, it's just down the road.
Yeah.
You can fax it over.
Highway 20, the 80, you know.
Yeah, 80 all the way.
It's a straight shot. You just get on 80 and you're,
It's that Nevada part that's kind of hard.
Oh, it sucks so bad. I'm driving it too out there. So
you don't, okay.
So
Then,
new.
would you rather do it at, what's the schedule for it? 1?
One, I think. 12.
Hour earlier.
Oh, I guess I can look, that's why I keep putting it here. Yeah, 12, all right. So it's 12 o'clock, okay?
Yeah.
That's good.
But if we were planning, that was the day we may go out to eat, that would be
Yes.
better than getting up at 8. and
Yes.
No, we just do it after graduation.
Well, we could. No, but
Happy class, and we all wear our.
Steve won't be here.
No, what if you all did it? Just dressing up. Third grade graduates trying out a whole year.
Fourth grade graduation. Fifth grade.
All right, so if we can get everybody's email, you've got mine on the syllabus?
Yes.
So
This is
I'll-
all-
I've got yours memorized.
Oh,
This is the only midterm I have on the 23rd.
it's the only one I have.
It's the only one I
It's the only
have.
file I have on
I have-
Thursday.
Class Tuesday for theory, or final Tuesday, and then the 23rd.
all the way.
And then I have all next week open. Nothing.
If they want to jump down.
Next week, all I have is Monday, Tuesday, and Friday.
So do you have an ETA on when we'll narrow down the day that we're going to go eat?
Well, I'm pretty sure we'll do it on the 23rd.
Okay, do you have an idea, did anybody pick a restaurant?
Well, originally we were kind of thinking going to SAC, but that was doing it on the 22nd.
Okay.
So we'll probably do something local here that way.
Okay.
That way you're already in town.
Nice.
Okay.
I haven't thought about it.
In the past, we went to, there's always the students who pick, we went to Cooney's, the sushi place, and this was, even people who didn't ever have sushi, this stuff was incredible. We went to Oz, which is a really nice Korean barbecue place in Sacramento, only because one of the students was Korean, and so she could tell us the history of everything and how it's done, and everybody really enjoyed that. Last time we went to a, what do you call it? You dip stuff in cheese.
Fondue.
Fondue. We went to a fondue place in
What
Sacramento.
talking about?
Yeah. So it's okay if it's a nice place. I mean, you don't have to try to find a cheap place, but something we're celebrating. So I will buy dinner, but I will not buy the drinks if you want. So then the only reason I say that is because when we went to Queens, they wanted to drink. And I said it was okay, but that's your thing.
No
As long as you
bar
have a
tab?
designated driver.
No open bar tab?
Or cruise control, either one.
Yeah.
I think the police accept either one, that either designated driver you have to.
I
Okay.
think that they would be.
Oh, which reminds me, the Highway Patrol's out on North Hill Road right now. They've already gotten the students this morning.
They're on what?
North Hill Road,
Uh,
you know, how they were getting people a couple
Yeah.
months ago?
They did that whole
Today.
month thing.
Yeah, it's really good, I guess.
That actually worked with me. I keep going 35 all the way. People pass me, but after I do it for a month, it's habit.
It's like the few intersections that have the cameras, no matter how fast, slow I'm going, I always slow down a little bit more. They have the ticket cameras.
I usually don't speed, so I don't slow down when I pass police. But I have a theory that when you're speeding, that when you see a police car, you slow down below the speed limit, the same limit that you were speeding. So in other words, if the speed limit's 65 and you're going 75, I have a theory that people slow down to 55. So that will average. Because I've tried to mark it on my speedometer, and I swear, I'm like, why would you have to go slower than the speed limit just for the police? I mean, they'll only give you the ticket if you're going fast. So it's just, so I guess if you're going 20, going 85, you'd slow down to 45. That's because I don't slow down, they're not going to stop me, so I just keep going.
And slow cars always speed up when they're passing.
Yeah, I drive to Sacramento so much, I use a cruise control. So somebody passes me, and then they get in my lane, and then they slow down.
Yeah.
So I just go like this, and I very slowly pass them. Very slow. I wait a long time to get over here. And they go like that, and then they slow down. So I played the hopscotch or leapfrog with somebody all the way to Sacramento.
Last year, they put Highway 20, they put a passing lane in that 20 during Cooley said. Sure enough, you'd be going 55 miles an hour, you had someone, 5, 10 cars stacked up behind it, get to the passing lane, that car speeds up.
Yep.
Passing lane's over, they slow back down.
Yeah. This is human nature. It rains into the sea. The sea is salt. Okay, page 421. 420. Charles Ives is one of my favorites. He's the guy who's a great experimenter. He's the one whose father was a town band leader and tuned the family piano. So above middle C was a half step off from the low middle C. And then Ives had a sister. So they sang SATB, soprano, alto, tenor, bass, where the soprano and alto were a half step off from what the tenor and the bass were doing. And the experiment was, would Charles Ives grow up to not be intimidated by dissonance? So instead of something going, this is just a song I made up, nothing you've ever heard. So then the Ivesian version would be, now I don't know if I can do this. But the experiment was, if you're singing like that and you're playing like that all the time, would you eventually just grow to accept it? That dissonance is not a bad thing, it's just another part of music. And the answer was yes, that's exactly what happened. I was never bothered by dissonance. So he began to enjoy dissonance and celebrate it. And we could do that too. I mean, it's kind of fun. I remember, you could like press a whole bunch of keys together like this, like that. But I remember when I was in college getting the whole class together and saying, well, what would it sound like if we pushed every key on the piano at one time? You ever wanted Let's try, come on, everybody, here. We,